Hey there, it's Chef Jeff coming to you live from the cybersecurity studio. Here today we're going to continue on our conversation talking about privacy. What devices do you have that are listening in on you? I know over the past few months I've been talking about cybersecurity and about various cyber attacks that can happen on your computer. One of the things that happen to computers is they get something on it called a keylogger. What is a keylogger? Well, basically what it is, it's a piece of software that sits on your computer and it monitors all of the input that you have on your keyboard. That information is sent to a remote destination and captured. So if you're typing in usernames, and you're typing in passwords, and you do that, it shows up on the far side. So a keylogger is invading your privacy and capturing anything that you type in, and it could be important credentials. I want to circle back to my live from yesterday where I was talking about, on Sunday, I was in the car driving back from visiting my cottage, and I had my phone up, I had my Google Maps running, and I had used the voice commands in the car mode to actually enter in the destination. And I use that as a convenience so that I can see if there's going to be congestion, if I have to adjust my route. I think that Google knows very well. The reason being is that everybody uses Google Maps. So what happened was that conversation, I also had Facebook running because I was listening to a Facebook Live, and I was doing this through Bluetooth in the car. Now, Monday, nothing happens. Tuesday, I open up, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday, I opened up my phone, that was yesterday, and I'm looking on the phone and I see that advertisement for a very bizarre, peculiar, unique tool that I wasn't even searching about. It just came up in conversation about a situation that I was noticing of how cars looked on the road. So we agree to some degree to allow these devices into our life. So if you're an Apple user, you have Siri, and if you're a Google user, you have Hello Google, and if you're a Microsoft user, you have Cortana, and if you're an Amazon Echo user, you have Alexa. So these devices are trained to listen, and they listen for a wake-up word. So we can think of these people, well, actually these devices, not really people, as sleeper agents. So when we trigger those devices with a word, hello Google, Alexa, hey Cortana, hey Siri, all of these words. Yeah, and there's Alexa in the background because I said the wake up word, right? So there's a mute option so that you can turn these functions off. So on Sunday, I drive home having a conversation. On Wednesday, a targeted ad pops up in Facebook. So the information is captured on Facebook. There's some machine learning that's going on, some AI driven, finds out, hey, he's talking about this specific tool, and then knows that eBay is doing retargeting because I'm an eBay user, and there's a pixel, there's a piece of information that identifies that I use eBay, and then the advertisement pops up, and it's specifically regarding the conversation I have. So how do we protect ourselves against this? Well, we could stop using the voice services, right? But I think there's a bigger underlying issue here, is I think that Facebook, as we know, and Google and all of these free services, advertising driven, they're looking for ways to capture more revenue and increase the money that they're making to support their platforms. So free services come at a cost of privacy. So Chef Jeff is just I look at this and going, well, that's a very, very unique application of technology, right? You got voice services, it's picking up the voice, it's dropping it into a database, it's doing recognition analysis, keyword spotting, goes out, looks who are the advertisers advertising. Oh, yes, this user is an eBay user. He's got the eBay, I'll call it Pixel, whatever it's called. And then it's boom, here's an advertisement for that. You can go and find that on eBay. You can find that on Wish. You can find that on AliExpress. You can find that on Amazon. So this is being served up by Facebook to drive their revenues. So I think the big thing here is that we use a lot of devices for convenience, and we just need to be aware that we're always being listened to when we have those devices on. It's even been proven that if you turn off location services, you turn off the Wi-Fi services on your phone, that the phones are actually still tracking you and they still know where that device is. So this is just a public service announcement. If you're using a smartphone, it's smarter than we are, right? Faraday cases, turning things off, figuring out, if you want to have really private, confidential conversations, you don't want any of your smart devices around you, So I started talking about keyloggers, and these devices are voice loggers, right? So this is what we need to be aware of. It's just a simple awareness, right? We get to choose. Do we want that convenience of speech to text? Do we want that command language experience, right? These are the things that we need to think about, right? I think what we can do with technology today is really fascinating. It's extremely powerful. The amount of work and productivity I can have with my device, especially when I'm trying to get a bunch of notes down, or I'd like to take notes of a meeting, having that voice transcription, I think is amazing. So just be aware and know that everything we're doing when we start turning these smart devices on is they're listening. There is ways to mute them. There is ways to shut them down. There are companies that are developing almost like firewall type tools to block these voice services from doing those types of snooping. We hear about them all the time. I mean, even the Roomba robot mapping out a house's dimensions. There's so many things that are happening. Anyways, this is Chef Jeff, and this was more of it's definitely a public service announcement. And, the interesting thing, as we focus on cybersecurity, as we focus on compliance, as we focus on policies, and we dive into businesses and helping them understand where the holes are, where the risks are, and to protect, identify what do we need to protect. Then we protect. And then we see, have we done a good job, right? Inventory. We know what we need to protect. And then if something does happen, we have to then get into it, and we have to stop it. Stop it. And then lastly, what we need to do is, what are the lessons learned, and how can we actually improve the way that we're protecting this? It's a continual cycle. So it's the wheel of cyber life. My name is Jeff Brody, and I'm the founding partner here at Code Fusion Communications. And we serve companies, corporations, not-for-profits across the greater Toronto area, across Canada, and around the globe, helping companies stay safe and secure and productive. I think that's really important. And I thank you today for joining me. Think about this. Hey, when we're talking, who's listening? I know sometimes we don't think our children listen, but they're listening too. So is Alexa. So is Hey Google. So is Hey Siri. So is Cortana. And who else? And what else? See, this is what I'm talking about. You guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Hey, if you know someone that you think would benefit from having access to this information, do them and do me a favor. Click on the share button. I'd really appreciate that. Hey, James Bronstein, thanks for dropping by. Absolutely, it's amazing to see. And click the share button. Drop a comment. Let me know you're there. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm addressing conversations, questions that I get as I'm out talking to prospects, clients, and colleagues, business owners, other entrepreneurs, and we're having this conversation on a daily basis. So I want to make certain that what I'm having a conversation about is resonating with you. I'd love to know your thoughts. So you can drop me a personal message. Hey, you want to have a strategy call, or you know someone that would benefit from a strategy call? Have them send me a personal message here. It's Chef Jeff. What's cooking in the cybersecurity kitchen? Thank you for joining me, and check in, tune in for future editions, and we'll see what we have cooking in the cybersecurity kitchen. You have yourself a great day. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Robin Cole, thank you for dropping by. Yes, Mountain Man. Oh, this is Jeff in Toronto. You remember the beautiful harbor approach to the downtown airport. Hey there. So this is Chef Jeff signing out. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you again real soon. You have yourselves a great day. Thanks, and bye for now.